Good afternoon, everybody. We are from Group 6, and we'll be talking about enhancing employability in marketing. And we've chosen a few different sectors, and each one of us will describe about it and explain our points. So here are our group members, all of us. Okay. Very good. Alright, so this is our cover page and our agenda, and it has all the things, and I'll pass the time to you.
So now let's begin with the education industry. And now I will introduce the impact of future workforce. And it is aligning closely with SDG 4, which is quality education, and this is the benchmark for their scorecard Advocacy Malaysia. And the color is from this. And the green buildings and solar energy help campus like Sunway reduce carbon footprint and operational costs, promoting environmentally responsible learning environments. According to UNESCO 2023, this initiative made campus both sustainable and cost efficient. Meanwhile, online learning reduced paper use by up to 90%, and it is using e-books, digital submissions, and cloud-based notes. This shift cuts down the paper waste while promoting digital literacy among students. For the social, sustainability affords the environmental awareness and soft skills among educators and students. It's encouraging that 72% of Malaysian graduates are now interested in green technology careers. From a governance view, digital technology strengthen data collection and analytics, making sustainability decisions more transparent and aligned with ESG principles. Now look at the adoption of sustainability and technology in education industry. Platforms like Malaysia MOOC, Google Classroom, and Sunway eLearn have reduced travel-related emissions by around 30%, while smart campus systems, which including motion sensors and IoT lighting, it saves about 15 to 20% in energy. At Sunway University and Utah, solar PV systems generate 5 to 10% of campus power. This initiative also expands student reach by 25% and lower resources cost by 50%. With government green incentive and cost-saving policies, the education sector now stands alongside ICT and manufacturing as a leader in sustainable transformation. Increase the shift, universities are implementing several strategies. First, energy management systems. It tracks high consumption areas and reduce energy wastage. Second, green procurement and ensures materials and suppliers meet eco-friendly standards. Third, digital transformations. Introduce AI-driven learning like VR and AR tools and cloud collaboration, which enhance teaching and cut physical resource use. At Sunway universities, staff and students receive hands-on training in energy audits, smart meter monitoring, and sustainability project management, preparing them for ESG-aligned careers. And finally, building a strong organizational culture around the SDG, encourage participation in sustainability projects and long-term green innovation. Here are some of Sunway's key performance outcomes. A 600 kilowatt peak solar PV system now provides up to 10% of daytime electricity, avoiding 393 tons of carbon dioxide emissions annually with a 6-year payback period. A centralized chiller and energy audit system lowers energy usage by another 5% per year, while rainwater harvesting saves over 800 cubic meters of water annually. These sustainable upgrades have improved both efficiency and reputation. Sunway University one in Malaysia for graduate employability. The Living Lab project also transforms the campus into a real-world classroom for research on renewable energy and carbon capture. Of course, every innovation begins with challenges. High initial capital costs, a lack of technical expertise, and difficulty tracking ESG data were all obstacles in early stages, but the benefits have proven far greater. 5% annual electricity savings, lower utility bills, and access to sustainability grants. More importantly, Sunwest staff and students are now deeply engaged in SDG project and sustainability competitions, fostering a positive, future-ready campus culture. Ultimately, these efforts not only reduce environmental impact but also boost employability, research quality, and Sunwest standing as a leader in sustainable education. To conclude, integrating sustainability and technology into higher education as reflected in the SDG 4 scorecard creates institutions that are environmentally responsible, socially aware, and technologically advanced. Next, I will pass to my group member, Jani.
Moving on to the banking industry. So for the first one is paperless and digital banking. Banks are now replacing traditional paper-based operations with e-statements, e-signatures, and online onboarding system. This change reduces waste, energy consumption, green financing, and also sustainable economic practices. These digital practices play an important role in creating more sustainable business model. For example, CIMB promote Go Digital Go Green campaigns to encourage their customers to use e-statements instead of printed one. This campaign help the bank save paper and building costs, and it also speed up the document delivery. It's making banking more efficient. In terms of productivity, staff spend less time on more manual paperwork and focus on more valuable work such as customer service and also the financial advice. For the figure, can see that there were 343 e-payment transactions per capita. It shows a clear sign that Malaysia are adopting cashless and paperless transactions. You can also see the debit card and credit card has increased, which reflect the effectiveness of bank promoting digital payments. This visual supports the idea that paperless banking is not just environmentally sustainable but also aligned with customer behavior trends. Now moving on to the mobile and digital first banking. This strategy focuses on giving customers 24/7 access to banking service through mobile applications, but even when physical branches are closed or far away. For instance, Alliance Bank Malaysia enables remote account opening through its partnership online apps and eKYC system. This reduces customer reliance on physical branch and also help to save the cost and resources. In terms of productivity, mobile banking automates many daily transactions such as bill payments, funds transfers, and also account opening. This making them faster and with fewer errors. Next, at the chart below, here we can see that Asia digital payments usage is almost on par with the middle income Asia average. It shows progress toward digital banking as more people use tech that save paper and support sustainability. Now move on to the next slide, which highlights strategies that successfully integrate sustainability and technology in the banking sectors. Digitalization, especially paperless banking, banks such as CIMB and Maybank encourage their customers to use e-statements and mobile banking apps. This initiative improves both productivity and sustainability. The data show that 75% of respondents use mobile app for their banking needs. This confirms that digital banking is becoming the standard for the future. By shifting online, banks reduce paper use and manual labor while improving service speed. Then is the green financing, also known as ESG products. They are loans, bonds, and funds that support environmentally friendly projects such as renewable energy, green housing, and sustainable business. By avoiding avoiding high pollution industry, banks reduce long-term financial risk while protecting the environment. The World Bank found that 6% of financial institutions already balance ESG goals with financial performance. For example, Standard Chartered issues green bonds and CIB offers green sukuk. Both are financial products that fund sustainable development. This shows how banks can create positive environmental and economic impact at the same time. Now let's move on to the bottom part of the slide. Strategies focus on people and culture. First one is digital upskilling programs. To succeed in a digital world, employees need to learn new skills like data analysis, coding, and digital literacy. An example is Maybank Future Ready Digital Upskilling Initiative, which trains employees to become more technological, capable, and adaptable to innovation. This ensures the workforce remains competitive as banking technology continues to evolve. Then is the organizational culture growth. A strong culture of continuous learning and skill development helps employees stay flexible, sustainable, and innovative. According to the research, when employees are encouraged to keep learning, they are more likely to adopt new technology effectively. The last element is recognition and performance. Recognizing and rewarding sustainable or tech innovative behavior strengthens the company culture. As research note that when employees receive positive reinforcement, they are more motivated to continue contributing towards sustainability goals. Then move to the next slide. The company that I choose is Maybank. Maybank strategies typically how the banks improve efficiency and reduce its environmental impact through digitalization and green technology. Maybank has been active adopting digital tools to enhance operation efficiency and lower costs. By digitalizing its banking operations, for instance, through online banking, automated system, and also data analysis, the bank is able to make faster decisions and utilize its resources more effectively. This also helps to minimize human errors, simplify processes, and also increase overall productivity. From the research, digital transformation not only boosts internal efficiency but also enables banks to respond faster to customer needs. Secondly, Maybank focuses on using green technology to reduce its carbon footprint. This involves implementing renewable energy, promoting paperless banking, and developing energy efficient data centers. By doing so, the banks achieve two key benefits: reduce greenhouse gas emissions and also the lower operational costs in the long run. According to the Mill and Bar 2022, integrating green technology creates a win-win situation. It enhances sustainability while maintaining cost efficiency. Then is the metric sections. To measure the effectiveness of this initiative, Maybank tracks a few key performance metrics related to emissions. The first metric is emission intensity, which measures greenhouse gas emissions per unit of financial output. As shown in the chart, emission intensity decreased from 46.6 in 2021 to 40.1 in 2024. This shows Maybank is operating more efficiently with lower emissions. The second metric is finance emissions, which measure emissions from the bank's loans and investment. From the chart, total emission dropped from 34.8 million in 2023 to 32.6 million in 2024. This means Maybank is financing more sustainable projects and moving away from high carbon industry. Then move on to the next slide. However, despite this improvement, Maybank still faces several challenges. The first challenge is large power usage and greenhouse effect. The energy used in branch and data centers was mostly non-renewable, increased costs, and harming the environment. The second challenge is great attention to green financing. In the past, Maybank lending was more conventional focusing on profit rather than sustainability. That is the example of improvement. Nevertheless, Maybank has started to address this issue through a new initiative. For example, one is Maybank introduced a sustainable financing framework and pledged 80 billion by 2025. This improved its brand image, attract ESG investors, and also positioned Maybank as a green banking pioneer. For the second one is Maybank combines sustainability and technology through its Maybank to You and MAE app, promoting paperless banking and e-statements. This improves efficiency and reduces environmental impact. For the impact, first one is high energy usage, increased cost, and limited branch efficiency. The second one is big focus on ESG, Maybank less competitive compared to peers. For the benefit is by addressing these challenges, Maybank can now adopt new renewable energy, achieve sustainable financing target, and offer affordable home loans. This strengthens its goals and ESG reputations. In summary, Maybank digitalization and green initiatives are proving efficient. True challenge remains the bank is clearly moving toward a more sustainable and competitive future. Now I pass it to Ivan.
Jenny. Hi guys, I'm Iwan, and today I would like to present the task 1 and 2 in hospitality industry. Thanks. Okay, examples of sustainability and technology. Nowadays, sustainability and technology are shaping the hotel industry. Global online travel sales grew by 346.57 billion from 2014 to 2020, and a global survey showed that 83% of Gen Z and 86% of millennials more prefer mobile booking and check-in. That digitalize the hospitality industry, such as Hilton provide the Hilton Honors app for customers for mobile booking and check-in, that able to earn rewards and points that which enhance customer loyalty and satisfaction. For green design, the hotel industry CO2 score is 96, which higher than global average of 18, which lead hotels install hybrid wind turbines and solar panel system to reduce fossil fuel uses and emissions. Biophilic green design such as vertical garden, indoor plants, natural view, which cost more 11 until 18%, that able to improve air quality and customer satisfaction. For smart technology, with the Deloitte survey found that 79% of travelers prefer eco-friendly and technology hotels, which lead smart technology appear such as smart thermostats, HVAC system that automatically adjust room temperature, air quality, and so forth. While IoT smart room automation enhance customer satisfaction with 35% by using the voice control device such as Alexa for the lights or curtain control and the room service request. For improvement, nowadays is the digital keys now replace the plastic physical room key that reduce the check-in process and queue. Oracle and Skiff 2025 survey that found of 60% of hotel executives say that most improved satisfaction because traditional keys can easily be damaged or lost. Replacing a traditional key often involves reprogramming the door lock and issuing new key cards, which lead overhead expenses. That, for example, Hilton offer the digital key share across 5,280 hotels in 139 countries, allowing guests to share secure access with up to 4 travel companions without needs of obtain additional key cards from the staff. Hospitality applied AI-powered food monitoring to reduce waste and costs, such as winnow, path, petrol, and so forth. Since the industry causes 15% of global food waste from 1.3 billion tons of food waste, instead of using traditional waste audit, such as Hilton, annually, that partnering with the winnow, and then he cut the food waste by 30%, saving 70,000 and 16 meals and 3.3 million annually by helping those chefs to see exactly where the food waste is coming from and how they can insert the improvement of cost and green practice. Strategy successfully integrate sustainability and technology Booking.com 2022 report, 43% of travelers will pay more for certified hotels, which did 8,099 hotels applied Green Key certification in 90 countries, 219 hotels applied LEED certificate, and 993 hotels applied Earthshare certification. Green hotels enhance 20% booking growth, and it provides opportunity for charge green premium price for revenue growth, because certified hotels are easier to find on online booking websites for those eco-conscious travelers. Farm to table as sustainability trend, which did partnership with sustainability companies as one of the strategies. For example, Marriott Hotel partnered with Boom Grow for fresh local greens, cutting full mass in the market. Partnership with EV charging provider also a strategy of sustainability and technology. To the EV sector grew from 4.51 billion in 2016 to 149 billion in 2024, and hotels with EV chargers saw 25.9 monthly revenue growth, while those without dropped 4.7%, which did Hilton announced 20,000 Tesla Universal Wall Connectors will be installed at 2,000 hotels. For workforce development in employee training, demand for green and digital skills is rising that improve employee quality, such as Marriott Surf 360 platform and the Hilton Thrift and Lightweight Stay. The track progress and integrate sustainability into employee training. VR stimulation help maintenance staff diagnose and repair plumbing or electrical problems before heading into the field. Employee training with green skills and technology improve communication, productivity, confidence, decision making, which directly translate into superior customer experience. Next. For task 2, the ESG principle increase and attract investment, created corporate sustainable framework and data platform with rise of 51 billion ESG funds. In 2020, which this JW Marriott applied Marriott Surf 360 and Mesh platform to track energy waste, food waste, and water data by listing and guiding sustainability goals in operations. Marriott Global Source MGS as Mesh platform, which that help to monitor those share property data, ensuring measurable progress in energy consumption and water consumption. For metrics, JW Marriott use Marriott 360 and Mesh platform for environmental and employee. Key metrics for measuring environmental such as energy and water consumption, and it all recorded in those continuous year data and calculated for those improvement and determine the success. The performance table. For the employee, JW Marriott provide the annual associate engagement survey for employees to calculate the engagement score in green training, such as JW Marriott achieved 93 engagement score that represent 90% of staff had participate in the green training. Next is the example of the JW Green Lifestyle Map. JW Marriott applied digital signage, projected LED screens and walls in the ballroom, online newspaper and magazine, and QR codes menu to reduce paper consumption. As transformation to sustainability and technology, JW Marriott encouraged customers have their own water container for the water dispenser and provided recyclable aluminum bottles. JW Marriott also provide recyclable coffee capsules, biodegradable tea bags, reusable stainless steel water bottles, and top bag for customer stays. For the green food is JW Marriott also provide plant-based option, local and organic ingredients, sustainable seafood, herbs as eco dining in the JW Garden. For the green commuting is JW promote green commuting by public transportation with walking distance such as MRT that reduce the carbon footprint, such as it reduce 30% of greenhouse emission and remove 500 cars on the road annually. For the challenges is challenges include rising tourism carbon footprints from 3.7 to 5.2 from 2009 to 2020 baseline energy and water use in higher operation costs, and data fragmentation with 49% of hotels lack of data access to determine the operation improvement. JW Marriott addressed these challenges by using the Marriott Search 360 and Mesh platform. So for the benefits is including attract investment and enhance reputation, such as Marriott returned 4.4 billion to the shareholders after the strong ESG adoption in 2024, and for sustainability, it earned awards such as International Sustainability 2025 Award that positioned JW Marriott as a luxury fast brand in the market. That's all for me, so I pass it to you.
Hello everyone, so I'll be speaking about the agricultural industry. Okay, so I'm going to be speaking about the impact of digital transformation on the agricultural workforce. Okay, primarily we can see on the automatic section, machinery and software implementation reduces the overall manual labor. For example, there's a lack of need for human power as these machineries tend to perform the actions way faster, less amount of effort and also less amount of error. Okay, so these can be, for example, management softwares, tractors, and even drones. Okay, the second thing is remote monitoring. Devices such as IoT devices. IoT devices are basically it's a short form for Internet of Things. So these devices actually connects with a cloud system. So you'll have a physical device and it will collect the data, and you can exchange the data, or you can you can transfer the data and you can retrieve the data whenever you want to see which is the most beneficial for you. So this provides the farmers with the opportunity to keep track of crops progress remotely. Thirdly is data-driven decisions. Due to the real-time indicators derived from the sensors, for example in the soil and whatnot, the AI improves the overall farm management. Next is improved safety, reduces the room for errors, boosts productivity and farmer safety. What I mean by farmer safety is we all know that usually working in this hard fields such as agricultural industries, the likelihood of people getting injured, and mostly their injuries usually are very severe. Sometimes they lose their limbs, and they can even get to the chance where they're disabled because of these things. But with the implementation of these devices, they are able to actually save their lives and actually carry out a much more productive lifestyle. And third is the job changes, the increased demand of tech workers, machine operators, IT specialists, and more. Can I have the next? And this is can I go back please? Alright, so this is the global digital agriculture market. So it started off at 12.8 billion in 2021, and it is projected by 2030 to almost triple in size for this the agriculture market. Okay, so I'll be talking here about the digital transformation technologies in agriculture. So I'll be listing down each companies and what they do for the agriculture industry. So the first is IoT devices. An IoT device is a connected device that uses sensors and software to exchange data over network. This is what I spoke about in the previous slide. So this can be observed in this company called ThingsBoard. Okay, so ThingsBoard is actually a company that promotes smart farming. It monitors crops and soil conditions. It also keeps track of livestock as it monitors animal health and location, which is extremely beneficial. So the farmers don't need to always go and check on the animals one by one. The second is precision agriculture, the use of technology and data to monitor and optimize farming practices for higher efficiency and yield. This company is called Alienav, and what this does is precision agriculture. So what this means is, for example, this company has this software where it will show is the soil good enough, is the soil healthy enough, is it able to carry out these crops without having any pests in it or not. And the third is also how it has this thing called auto steering systems, GPS guided machinery. So the farmers don't have to use the trucks or the drones or whatsoever. They can actually be at home and they can control all these things from the comfort of their home. Third is AI. So basically using AI to analyze data, to automate tasks and to boost the overall farm productivity. This is actually an Australian company called FarmWise, and this works is automated weeding. I think this is a very interesting thing as it uses computer vision to remove weeds precisely. So weeds usually tend to disrupt crops and can set back farmers almost 6 months to a year from when they are supposed to produce the crops. So with this weeding system, they are able to remove all the weeds without disrupting the crops as a whole. And secondly is sustainability, as it cuts chemical herbicide use, which is extremely beneficial for us, as when we consume these crops, we are able to consume crops that do not have herbicides or pesticides, which can be extremely beneficial and healthy for us. So the next one is the blockchain factor. So this uses secure digital records to track, verify, and improve transparency in the food supply chain. This is a company called AgriDigital. So it traces and enables real-time tracking of agricultural products from farm to the market. And also security. This reduces fraud and ensures data transparency across the supply chain. Next slide. Okay, so I'll be talking about how this improves efficiency and productivity. Automation, it reduces labor, speeds up farming tasks. For example, the planting and harvesting process. Second is resource optimization. Smart farming tools minimize cost and wastage of materials. For example, water, inappropriate use of soil or fertilizers. Third is data insights. This data will allow effective irrigation and fertilization decisions. Irrigation is basically when the farmers will sow the land and they will put in adequate amount of water so it distributes throughout the whole crops. Okay, and the fourth is predictive maintenance. So usually these devices, like for example the drones, the trucks, and all these things happen to use humans to fix and to make sure that they need repairing and all that. But with this, with predictive maintenance, this equipment monitoring reduces malfunctions and extends life expectancy. So the automation aspect, it reduces labor and speeds up farming tasks. For example, planting and harvesting. Usually when a farmer wants to plant, like say an acre of land, if they have like a bull to pull the plow the land, it'll usually take a really long time, as they have to check the weather, is it good, is it suitable or not. But with automation, with these devices that you don't even have to, you can control remotely, they are able to actually do it in almost triple the speed. And so you can see the supply chain speed is, okay, yeah, so the next thing is a resource optimization. Smart farming tools minimize cost and wastage of materials, primarily water. Water is actually very important in the farming industry, in the agricultural industry, as without water, I don't think any crops could exist. And secondly is the proper use of fertilizer. An excessive use of fertilizer is also not really good for our benefit as the people who consume these crops, but an adequate amount will allow the crops to grow at a substantial rate. And the third thing is data insights. These data insights will allow effective irrigation and fertilization decisions. As per what was mentioned in the second part, fertilization decisions indicates, for example, if this soil is not fertile enough, so this specific plot of land needs more fertilizer as compared to the other one. So with the AI, the data insights, it will be able to indicate which soil requires more fertilizer and which has adequate fertilizer as its own. And a fourth is predictive maintenance. Like all these trucks and for example the plowers and all this, they need monitoring. They need to be serviced, for example the engine or the tire maintenance and the steering. So with predictive maintenance that digital transformation has brought into this industry, the equipment monitoring reduces malfunctions. So we are able to predict beforehand. So for example, one day the farmer wants to take the tractor out or remotely to use the tractor, but he is unable to because he was not warned beforehand that there's going to be a malfunction. But with predictive maintenance, they're able to find the malfunction, and this will extend the life expectancy overall. And the fifth is faster cycles. Automation speeds up farming from planting to harvest. So usually, for example, a crop of corn will take approximately 3 to 6 months with excessive use of fertilizer. But with this, they're almost actually reducing it by a significant amount. Like I think, if I'm not mistaken, they can almost grow crops in almost a month. with this rate, as also the human population is also increasing. Therefore, our demands have been significantly higher. By implementing digital transformation, we are able to supply the demand. And third is I have this chart here where it shows how effective the digital transformation affects in productivity and efficiency. First is the supply chain speed. It increases about 30% from it increases 30%. Second is fertilizer reduction. It reduces almost 20% of fertilizer use. And third is labor efficiency. This is you can see in this chart is the most biggest thing. So farmers are actually a much easier task now. So they are not really stressing out as much as they used to. So labor efficiency is less likelihood of people working is also reduced. Fourth is water efficiency. Almost 30% of water is saved, and most importantly is also the crop yield. The quality of the crop and the amount of crop is increased by 25%. Can I have the next slide? Okay, so strategies for embracing digital transformation. First is technology collaboration, partnering with agri-tech companies to implement cutting-edge farming tools, like the companies that I mentioned before. When local farmers partner with them, maybe how this partnering would work is if they get a royalty or they get it on a contract basis with them. This will also boost their sales and also bring out the taboo of a lot of people having a misconception of, especially farmers who believe that the old school way is always the best. They want to not go deviate from their original way. So I think by partnering with agri-tech companies, this will actually increase the efficiency of the crops. So second is farmer training, equipping farmers with skills in AI, IoT and drone technologies. Of course, farmers are not going to immediately adapt to it. However, with proper training and just exposure in the right manner, they are able to use these things and implement it in the agriculture industry. And third is data adoption, promoting the use of digital platforms for smarter data-based decisions. Fourthly is innovation and research. By advancing in research and development to develop sustainable agricultural practices. Fifth is connected supply chains, by integrating farms and retailers through digital systems for improved efficiency. So before, for example, a farmer will have to take all his goods to the market for it to be sold, but right now when they are able to communicate through a digital system, they are able to pick up and deliver without even having to store it or transport it themselves. And the challenges and benefits from digital transformation. Before, there were high costs, expensive to adopt tech such as drones and sensors. These can be highly expensive. Second is knowledge gaps, limited digital skills and resistance to new tools. Fourth is poor infrastructure, weak internet access in rural areas. We usually can't expect 5G in a very rural village. And also is low efficiency. Manual workers leads to higher costs and slower output. What happens after is there's improved efficiency. Automation and AI streamline operations much quicker, much faster, and much better. And second is cost savings, less wastage and better resources to use. As per the table that I showed just now, the chart, we can see how much digital transformation has actually benefited the agriculture industry. And third is higher yields. Precision tools improve crop health and productivity. And finally, sustainability, which is eco-friendly practices reduce environmental impact in the long run. Thank you, that's all for this. Do you guys have any questions to ask us? That's it.
Just now for the education industry, right? You mentioned that the slides mentioned that Yuba is utilizing solar panel. Is there any other colleges are also using solar panels?
Family.
Only in Singapore. No. EP also got some. Yes. We have solar panels. Yes.
Go there, you see a lot of solar panel there. Okay, any other question?
No, sir. For agriculture, you mean about the AI things? You know, what do you mean for using the AIs and stuff?
So AI basically artificial intelligence, like how we have ChatGPT, there are many software platforms where it will actually lead and guide the farmers to maximize the output of the crops. For example, like when we search in ChatGPT, like how do you do this? So farmers also have softwares where it will guide them which is the right time, which is the right season to plant, which is the right time to water, the adequate amount of water, and when is the right time to use fertilizers, and you can check the soil, the condition of the soil, and when is the perfect time to harvest and everything like that. So that is the implementation of AI in the agriculture industry. Just one sector, it's actually very broad, but I'll just give you a synopsis of it. Yes,
I got a question
yes sir.
for education. Okay, why do you think Sunway is in the forefront of this sustainability? Why do you think?
They
There's one reason why they are at forefront sustainability.
they have implemented ESG in their universities among their students and educators, and they have created one in Malaysia also.
Why?
Because Jeffrey,
Huh?
because Jeffrey Chia wants to, his vision is to have a much more green
Yes, Jeffrey
approach.
Chia in Sunway they have this center for Jeffrey Sack, not Jeffrey Chia, Jeffrey Sack. Jeffrey Sack is a professor of sustainability in University of Columbia, right? So Sunway is the only institution in the world that has connection with Professor Jeffrey Sack. Jeffrey Sack is the only guy in America who can sound Trump. He can tell to Trump you're useless. Trump cannot do anything to him because he's very powerful in terms of education knowledge. So yeah, that's the reason actually. They have a center for Jeffrey Chia Center of Sustainability. It's a very huge center. Even other sectors like construction, they also take a lot of advice from that. Yeah, so that's the answer. Okay?